looking forward to see what's going to get the most momentum into the day, I'm looking at the higher time frames. That's the number one thing. When I trade the open, or when I trade in general, I usually trade for the first 1 to 2 hours of the day. When I'm looking for what stock to trade, I'm looking at these higher time frames. And I think that's really important because a lot of people get the misconception that if you're only trading the 1 minute rate, only look at the 1 minute, maybe the 5 minute. But for me, I'm looking at the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour to help me understand which stock I should be looking at in order for me to, trade that stock on that given day. Now let's look at what I'm actually looking for. All right. So for me, when I'm trading these stocks on the higher time frame, I usually look at the 1 hour the most just because I'm trading, right into the open. So I'm going to look at the 1 hour. This is, for me, this is the time frame that I look at for these higher time frame patterns. I look at the daily and the 4 hours sometimes, but the 1 hour is really what I put my most emphasis on. And what I'm looking for is a flag, right? It's very simple. I'm looking for an uptrend rate. And you want to understand something as well is when you're looking for these patterns, you need momentum already in the ticker, right? So for Apple, for example, we have momentum in the ticker, right? We have momentum. So I can look for something that gives me a little bit more confidence and a little bit more edge when I'm entering into my trades, right? So I'm looking for flags, or I look for flat top breaks. Okay. So here, what we see here is a clear example of a flat top break. Okay. Now this happened later on in the day. Okay. And earnings was involved. Now, I would not get into this initial move. The reason I'm not getting in is because it happened throughout the day, right? I usually stop trading by 11 o'clock. Okay, but now what I am paying attention for, right, on Apple is when it offers me another higher time frame pattern, I definitely want to get in. May that be a swing, may that be a day trade. I am trying to get in on the next pattern because I know that the stock has strong momentum. It just broke a flag pattern. Whatever next pattern it forms, it's going to most likely, right, the probability is in my favor that it's going to work out. Okay, so now on the 1 hour, I'm essentially looking for more confluences. One thing I see here on Apple is a flag being made. I see a flag being put in. All right, I see a flag being put in on Apple right here. Okay. Now, with this, right, what I'm looking for is into open. If we get strong momentum on this ticker, okay, I haven't even seen how this plays out. Let me put it on the replay feature. Right. So look at this. This is a really strong flag being put in. Okay. What I'm looking for is this flag to break into open. And I want to get in and ride this momentum up. Okay. August, I want to go to the 1 minute chart and I want to see how this played out. Okay. On the 1 minute, I want to see how this played out. Now, when we do come back to this 1 minute, what I'm looking for are these key pivot levels. All right. With these key pivot levels, it'll help me enter the stock with low risk. Okay. Because we don't want to just base it off of the flag, right? The flag helps us understand what stock to trade. The key levels help us understand where our risk is and where we should be entering the trade. Okay. Now let's see how this played out. All right. So we're about to open here. Let's see how we open. All right. So here. We open up, we have this strong candle right into the open, right? And we have this 161.07 and it broke past that and it had a VWAP push as well. What you can do here is you can enter in on this candle if you want, right? You can enter in on this candle, risking a close below that key level of 161.07. So you get in before that flag break, okay? And you want to make sure that your stop loss, right, is a little bit further away from that actual, because sometimes you do get some fake outs near that flag level, okay? So my stop loss is a little bit further than, where this candle right here could have faked you out easily. If you try to enter in on a breakout trade, this could have easily stopped you out, okay? So for me, I'm entering in on this candle, right, the close of this candle. I have my stop loss below 161.07, right, and my profit target here, right, is a flag break, and I'm looking for that momentum to bring me up to that 162.42 level. There we go. Okay, so understand how I got this amazing move.
Handle right here. We're risking about 0.3 points here on Apple, and we made about 1.03 points. Okay.
So that's about a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Okay. And this was a super simple trade right into the open. Also, this trade took us about, if we entered in on the close of this 930 candle, we exited on this 938 candle. Obviously, we were still going to leave runners into this trade. But if we left at this 938 candle in 8 minutes, right, we would have been done and had a great trade to start off the day. Okay. Now let's see how this trade plays out. So as you can see throughout the day, this stock, okay, if you just keep increasing your stop loss, right? So once we broke through that 162.42, you keep your stop loss at the flag level, you would have been able to really ride this trade for a big gain, okay? And that's why I think it's really important to look for these type of setups on a daily basis, because they occur on a daily basis. It might not be on the same ticker, it might be on different tickers, but it's really important that you guys look out for these patterns, because when they do break, when these flag patterns break on the 1 hour time frame on Apple, Amazon, Tesla, they provide a lot of momentum for you to enter into that trade with confidence and size to really increase your account value. This is something I teach in my Discord as well, a little bit more detail on there, but these higher time frame patterns is something that everyone, in my opinion, should be learning. These higher time frame patterns is a go-to, and it's a must in your trading systems, okay? Now let's go look at one more example so you guys know that this occurs on multiple different stocks. All right, so here we are on Amazon. Now on Amazon, what we're looking for is the same thing, right? We're looking for these 1 hour time frame flags. Okay, so is that, all right, so we got an earnings type of move here after hours. Okay, this is a very strong move for Amazon. All right, now what we're looking for is, can we get a flag? You see that flag right there, all right? And it was being respected pre-market. Now, I haven't seen the next day how it looks, but I do see the flag, okay? I do see the flag that it's being put in. Now, I trade on the 1 minute, so let me go over to the 1 minute on Amazon. All right, now that we have our flag, we know what stock we want to trade for the day. We want our risk levels, right? Where do we want to buy into Amazon for the best risk to reward buys, right, or best risk reward entries? All right, so the first level I'm looking at here really is this 134.63 level, right, strong bounce from there. The next level I'm looking at on Amazon, right, is really near this 133.62, where it seems like it rejected a bit there, and we're going to get this 132.42 level. All right, and finally, this is, so these three lines for me specifically would be more risk-oriented lines, right, or support levels, right? This is where I want to buy Amazon if it ever comes down for a dip ad, okay? And then my profit targets for this would be above here, right? We have consolidation, plus we have two taps here, right? So this would be that 136.70 level, and then finally, we had consolidation within this flag and about a, 1, 2, 3, 4 taps of this 137.52 level, and that's what we're looking at. So now when the stock opens, it looks like it's going to open up pretty decent. I'm looking for, if we can get a dip ad to 134.63, 133.62s, or 132.42s, I want to buy in, right? I want to buy in on that dip ad for a bigger move. However, if we do get a break of this, right, I want to wait and see where we sort of consolidate to look for a bigger move, right? I'm going to wait for a pattern to form on the 1 minute, right? And that way, that'll also give me a better risk to reward trade. Okay, so let's see how this stock traded. We open up here. All right, so we open up. Wow. Okay, so we open up pretty weak here. Now, what I'm looking for is a risk-off level. Like I said, now personally for me, I wasn't really expecting this move. However, what I do notice on this move is we came down to this 132.62 level pretty well, right? We're holding this. Now, on this next candle, if we can keep holding this 132.62 level, I'm going to buy in, right? I'm going to buy in this 132.62 level. I'm going to risk off that 132.42 level, and I'm looking for a move up to 136.70s. All right, so essentially, I'm risking about 1.3 points to make about 3 points. All right. So it's once again a 3-to-1 risk to reward trade. Let's see how this trade works out. All right. So we got a strong candle here. All right. We got a strong candle. Currently still in the trade rate. The trade thesis is still working out. There we go. We break our flag. We still haven't got up to this 136.70 level. That's what we're specifically looking for. Okay. We're looking to get to our profit targets. There we go. There's that 136.70 level. Right. So from this trade here, right, that's about 3 points. Now, this is a great trade once again, right? Look at the risk here. The risk to reward was great. If you held for your profit targets, right? If you execute what your actual original plan is, right? We got these levels from previous day, right? We broke that flag. The reason we were originally in the trade rate is because we knew once this flag broke, this ticker would get momentum. That's exactly what happened. Okay. And this is why, right? I think these higher time frame patterns are so important. Okay. We take our profits here. Now we can let some trailers run, right, on this ticker. We can let the trailers run and see, you know, if we can get a little bit more profit out of this ticker, right? But overall, this was a very decent trade in general already, right? And we know that there's going to be a lot of momentum. See, look at this. Right? Like I said, we knew that there was going to be momentum, and that's because of that flag break. And look at how strong this came, right? With our trailers, right? Our trailers would have made about almost 4.7 points there. Right, just off trailers. You know, and that's why it's really important to let trailers run. We talk about that in the private Discord. However, right, this was a great trade, right? This was a great trade because of our risk levels, our profit target, and our overall thesis of the trade, which was the flag. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you guys have any questions about anything that I spoke about in this video, leave that in the comment sections below. I hope you guys implement this in your own trading strategies to help better your trading future. And if you guys did enjoy this video and gain value, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday with a brand